what we're going to do in the next 2 weeks. I think we have just 2 more weeks left. So I thought it would be interesting to set something. So this particularly for Bobby and Janak and Viren, who is interested in joining with me and Shaniel on from 30th, if that is the way I've understood. Is that right, Janak? You are going to be there.
I'll be there. I'll be working. So maybe first 12 days I have to work. So maybe I may be working from there, or maybe I go to the work straight whenever I need to go. Because there is some situation keep changing. I need to be on site, then I'll go. Otherwise, yeah. So that's a plan. So that time, yes, I'll try my best to stay in touch with you physically there, like at Chanil's place.
Okay. How about you, Viren? You have any?
Yeah, I can come. But sometime I do have work, so I don't know. Maybe I can come with my laptop or something, And if I have to do some work, like for a few hours or something,
okay.
So then I can do maybe that way. If Chanel is okay with that.
Of course. Yeah, there's desks in most of the rooms, so you can set yourself up there and work.
Yeah, it's only a few hours for me, not like full on. I don't have to do like. Sometime I have to, reply email or also whatever something.
Fair. Absolutely fair. And Janak can also bring his laptop. No worries. And Bobby anyway doesn't have a laptop, so he can be there. And apart from he going somewhere. Okay, now basically what we are going to do is, or what I and Shinil are going to do, and any one of people sitting here interested can join. Not that is an exclusive, because last time when we met, the question was, are we going to have exclusive or whatever? That's not required. Initially, that was the idea, because I wanted to show him how to get into what I can say, Nirodha Samapatti, and that himself he has done. So there's nothing that I need to teach or show him. Or the only thing we might will do is to stay in that state for a long time. So that's another thing we have. Other than that, there's nothing much for us to be private, but there will be some things which can do it in private. Irrespective of that, what I was telling Shaniel is that we can have this mind illuminated thing going from the stage 3 to stage 8, because basically the idea is you should be able to watch the breath irrespective of doing anything. Even if you're doing a laptop thing or whatever it is, it should remain. That's a base, and ultimately have more than 12 to 14 or 16 or 18 hours of breath watching. Not that you should put an effort or you should really watch like that. It is an automatic thing. It's nothing like you're doing anything to get there. When we do that, then we're going to take up this Vipassana not on the body scanning thing, but that's a basic thing. But we are going to go by what Buddha says rather than the body scanning. So what we are going to do is to have the 5 aggregates. We'll take some suttas and we'll practice it. It won't be theory, because there are many suttas which Buddha gives how to do it. Meaning you can do it using some objects, but for that your breath should be totally aligned. As an example, let's say we are on a beach, and you can synchronize your breath with the waves. The wave coming and hitting to you is the in breath, and then the wave going back, the out breath. Let's say you're able to do that for next 1 hour sitting on the beach. Then you can take the foam, which is coming from the Pena Pindupama Sutta, where Buddha explains how to see the body or any object we are finding, or the form representing the foam. So if I am sitting on the beach and I'm synchronized the breath between the in breath and out breath for 1 full hour or more, then I can see the foam and this body being the same, because the breath and the beach are synchronized. Synchronizing means that you take a wave of that beach and be with that continuously. So that wave comes like this, hits your leg or wherever, whatever you are sitting, and it goes back. And you are just watching the wave coming and going and coming and going and coming and going. And then after a while, you get into synchronization of the breath. In fact, for those people who can't watch the breath, the best exercise you can ever have. And you are staying in a beach kind of zone. So you can literally see that. It just comes and you are watching it and it goes by, watching goes by. So you've just become just a witness to that breath. When I do that, yes, Viren,
So are you saying that we visualize that wave while we're breathing?
not
Or
visualize.
we
There's no visualization. You are really doing it.
like a wave?
Not like a wave. You are sitting in front of a wave. Either you do it on the screen or
Beach.
you do it really on the beach.
So are we going to the beach or to do it real or?
We can do it in a room or wherever it is. So we can anyway. Shinil has a big screen, so we can put on that
Oh, okay.
and we can
So you
synchronize.
watch, right? Okay, you watch on the screen and then you do it.
The idea is to synchronize.
Yeah.
When you synchronize, you can see the foam, not form, the foam representing the form. And then you can see what the feelings are. Then you can see how the mind creates concepts on that thing what you're watching, which is the perceptions. Then you will see the volition, which is coming out of the same perception, that how that should be. And then you will get a experience of that thing. This is a fantastic activity, and this there as an example itself in Pena Pindupama Sutta, but you don't have to read it now or do anything. We will do it together. Okay. The first thing we are going to do, based upon what we get, okay, then we have to do three other things, which is the going to a forest, going to a root of the tree, and going to an empty space. You might wonder, are we going to go outside and go to Shunyagara or like what Shaniel has? No. The thing is, we are going to take up Chula Shunyata Sutta, which explains these three things. They are not physical things. It's about emptying the mind. So, what we are going to do is, we are going to look at the forest. When we see the forest, it means that from the worldly thing, you come out of it. That means to enter into jhana, you require to have the kama, that is the sensual, and the hindrances to be removed. We're going to be focusing on these two things if we are not able to synchronize the breath with the beach. So we are going to take this up and we work on that. And then you get into the root of the, you get into the forest. That means even though you're sitting in the place, you're in the forest. There's no disturbance. But then you go to the root of the problem. Okay. We'll do a root cause analysis to see what's the problem you have, I have, or anybody has. So we address that problem, and then the mind becomes empty of what it is storing. That's Shunyagara. It's not what I am saying, it's there in the sutta itself. But when he puts it in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, people imagine it to be a real forest and a real root of a tree and a real Shunyagara, which is fine, but it's not really like that. Yes, Viren.
I think it would be good if you can share the timetable and
The timetable is already shared. The timetable is already shared. It's there from 4:30 till. I think I've shared it in that Australia thing itself.
So that would be same for every day.
Yeah, it is the same. There's no difference whether I and Shaniel do it or you all come and do it. It doesn't change a bit. I'm just trying to give you a walkthrough of what we'll be doing so that you're geared when we meet on 30th. And I don't want to spend too much time in explaining all of this and do that. I don't want to do that. Instead, I would presume that you already are aware what we'll be taking up, and we'll start the moment I land up with Shania's home. So there won't be any kind of wastage of any time.
No, that's why I'm asking. It would be good if we can prepare in it.
I'll again do that. Don't worry. I'll again do that. So that's not a big deal. I will also add the sutta references there, what we'll be doing, so that it becomes more ideal. So give me another half an hour. It should be there. After we finish this, I will do that. Not an issue. But right now, just don't go there. You just see what we'll be doing. And after we do these three things, what I just now said, we'll evaluate how far have we got on these 5 aggregates, and we'll work it out. So basically, it will be the mind illuminated, whatever the level you are, to go to the 8th level, that's or 8 stages. And then we're going to go through the vipassana of the 5 aggregates. If that works good, we'll take some more suttas reference to that, and then we'll shift the gear. We will go to Maharahulavada Sutta, which is MN62. You don't have to worry about it. I'll put those links. And that gives step-by-step instructions from the beginning to the end. So we'll exactly follow whatever is said in that sutta. Okay. Then if that works, then we do another 3 more suttas, which is 118, which is the Anapanasati sutta. Then we do 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122. There are 5 continuous suttas, which I will put there. So you don't have to worry, because that is what I have planned for Shaniel. So you all are welcome to do as much as we do there. And then we get into the jhana. We'll start with the first jhana to the 8 jhanas continuously. How much ever you can do is fine. How much ever you can't do is also fine. You can try it out. That's the basic intent. It's just trying. And look at your hindrances, and then we work out on the hindrances. So every few hours we meet, we assemble, and we share our experiences. We see what is happening. That we will decide on when we meet at Shaniel's home on 30th. That how many breaks and all that. That I will not be able to put here, but basic thing I will put it. Once I share this, if you want to go through the sutta, you can do it. If you don't want to go through sutta, absolutely fair, but try to focus on mind illuminated and try to see which level you are in, and then how fast can you get to 8 or 8 stages, 8th stage in that book. It's not a hard pressing thing. If you're there, it's good. If you're not there, maybe we have to do something else, like what I was suggesting. So we'll take some things and try it out. And then I have something specific with Shaniel, which I'll do with him separately. But that need not disturb you in whatever you're doing. That's between me and Shaniel. I think on a daily basis, we would have a couple of hours for ourselves. And other than that, anybody can be working with whatever we are working with. It's not anything secret or anything like that. This is the whole framework. So the suttas, what I indicated, I will be putting there. These are all practical. They are not theory. There's nothing called theory in Buddha Dhamma, but it is treated as theory because we don't know Pali, and we don't know how to put it into practice. And that's the reason it's considered as a theory, but it is not at all theory. You would see that if you understand it, it gives you step-by-step instructions. It's just like an operating manual. You have an equipment, He's telling you how to open up, how to address, how to see it, how to investigate, how to close it. I don't think so anybody can do so much like what we have with the Buddha. So, having said that, the suttas, what I will be putting there is something where anyone can try. Just some instructions are required, and otherwise it's straightforward. Okay. For that, your samatha should be good. What you're doing today in the Mind Illuminated is a good thing. What you've been doing from April onwards, appreciate everyone who is consistently putting effort or participating and doing that, and appreciate Shaniel a lot for taking the trouble, taking the time off, and he's doing everything for all of you. Appreciate him for whatever he's doing. Wonderful. So you complete those 10 steps which are there in the Mind Illuminated. You don't require to take anything else, actually. Without samatha, it can't be vipassana. It's a false thing if somebody thinks that you can do vipassana directly without samatha. In fact, in the Goenka also, if you see, you have 3 days of anapana, then it increases to 7 days, then it increases to 10 days, then it goes to 15 days, then it goes to 20 days in those 60 days or 45 days and like that. So he's also put samatha there. He might call it sanapana. That's fair. That's not an issue. But that's samatha. You're basically watching the breath for every, and you're working out for 8 to 10 hours in a day. It's exactly what is recommended also. Working for 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening doesn't give you that at all. But just to begin with, you can do like that. But when you are there with Shaniel, in Shaniel's house, it's not that you shouldn't be working or you shouldn't do this or that. You can do whatever you want, but the breath watching should be there. You should be a witness of the breath. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Even if Shaniel would like to sit and work on something, it's fair. It's nothing like we need to close our eyes and sit. No. You can be doing whatever you're doing, but be with the breath. So it's not a closed eyes meditation at all. Most of the time, no closed eyes. It's in all postures, in all situations, including the cooking, what we are going to do, and washing, and this and that, and everything is synchronized with breath. Okay, there's nothing like exclusive time for sitting and meditating. I'm meditating now, so nothing like that. It is continuous. Objective here is at least 18 to 20 hours of breath watching. If it is 22 hours, excellent. You're just 2 hours sleep. And that's it. That means your unconscious experience is only 2 hours. You're conscious for 22 hours. That's what Jagarayana Yoga is. You're aware of everything that's happening around you. So your peripheral awareness and that is how much of the attention and how much of the awareness you have to balance it out so that you're aware and you're attentive at the same time. I know it is a uphill task if I were to say 22 hours. We'll start from 2 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, like that, and we keep on increasing. Not that you, but the expectation for you to get into the highest level is 22 hours out of 24. I have not reached 22 hours. I have reached 19 hours now. Okay, out of 24 hours. 5 hours I can't see. I have no knowledge what happens in those 5 hours. I'm trying to cut that to just 2 hours. So 22 hours is what I'm trying to do for myself. Yes, Viren, go ahead.
So what happened after 19 hours? You sleep or?
No, you sleep, but you're aware of the sleep. You're not sleep as unconsciously. You're conscious of the sleep.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you said you can't do more than 19.
It is going off. That witness is going off. I need that witness consciousness to be there for 22 hours.
For the breath. Yeah.
Yes, the mind stops, but the witness remains. Even today, Viren, when you sleep, you have the mind going off. In a deep sleep, you don't exist, but you don't even know you are a witness. But here, you are trying to get into the witness. Yes, Shane, go ahead.
I have to drop philosophy. Do you need me for anything else for this
I don't think
particular
so.
call?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you very
Nothing
much.
in particular. Maybe I'll also
Okay.
drop once I'm done with this.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Good night then.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. So, no, Viren, it's not that thing. It's just about being aware. Meaning, I know that I'm aware of breath, even while sleeping. So slowly it is reducing. Now it is 6. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
So I believe it's just very subtle observing, not like proper looking the breath. Like just being aware I'm breathing, that's all.
No, you will know the entire body, including the breath. Sorry, including what is happening inside the body. Meaning you are not in an unconscious state. It's conscious. But yet sleeping.
Like in the beginning when we start watching.
Exactly. You don't have to worry. No, you don't have to look at that. Forget all about it. I'm just saying what's the best thing scenario is 22 hours. Expectation for you, me, and everyone when we meet, like Janak or you or Bobby, and thing is we will get to 10 hours, 12 hours watching, just like what you do in Vipassana retreats. Whatever you're doing is Anapana, will exactly mimic that, but with all posture.
Not on cushion.
Not on cushion.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
No cushion. Cushion also will be there. It would be there. If you're finding it difficult, then you can do it on cushion. It's not a hard and fast rule. But
if it's not cushion, then I can do longer. 19, 20 hours is okay.
Yes, not cushion, not at all cushion. You can be doing it in any posture. While standing, sitting, sleeping, walking, cleaning, bending, whatever it is. You need to be aware of the action, which is bending, etc., etc. Plus, you need to be aware of the breath. How you do it is up to you. If you think you can't, then take a cushion and do like what you've been doing, eyes closed and watching the breath. So we will be doing that, sitting and watching breath, and we will also be doing in all posture. Because this continuity, the practice is not going to stop just because I'm getting up. No, I'm continuing with the breath while I'm walking or while I'm stood up. Then I go to the washroom. Then I come back. In all the postures, I am with the breath. That's going to continue. Now, how long can you do that? It depends on each person and their hindrances. The basic aim is to cut down the hindrances. So when we assemble, yes, go ahead.
So is there any tips you're going to give us to continue watching
Yes,
the breath?
yes, absolutely. That is on 30th, including assembly points. Meaning, when do we assemble?
Maybe you can give us few now so we can prepare in advance, so
Nothing. You try your best. I'm appearing 2 weeks before. So we have 2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks from now. I'm in the flight I'm in the airport by this time. So you can take the that's the reason today I requested Shaniel, can I come and talk? Because today I will come and next Saturday also I'll come and then we'll see how far you have been able to do something. It's not that it's a mandatory thing. Because you want to come while I and Shaniel are working it out, it'll be nice. So you do what we are trying to do. We might do or we might fail or whatever it is, that's irrespective. But we're going to do that. So you can join, and as long as it works, it's fantastic. So we're not uh, keeping Bobby separate, that he's managing the kitchen or whatever he wanted to do, and then he just want to serve us and all that. No, it's everyone doing the same thing. No differentiation.
I thought you're giving a special time to Bobby, so it
No,
can join.
I'm giving time to everyone, including myself. So there's no change. There's nothing, any special thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, Viren, it was not like that. Initially I was telling that you both practice. I'll do some cooking and helping you or to meditate. So I was not even. I thought I will meditate. Because they both might be practicing. But now since Shenil has done all these things by himself, maybe he have changed the plan.
Yeah, because the earlier plan was that I didn't wanted him to get into a no conscious state while he is attempting the Nirodha Samapatti. That was my worry. Meaning, if he doesn't know how to pull himself out of it, there's no perception, there's no feeling. So, how would you come back without perception? So, that was my fear. So, I told him, don't do until I come. And then he learned how to do it. So, now I have no fear that he can do it. He can do it as long as he wants. So, I don't have anything special. Yes, go ahead.
You also mentioned about 8 jhanas.
Yes.
So are we learning 8 jhanas as well? Or?
Yeah. You're going to do what we are doing.
We need instruction. We can't do it like that, We need some instruction.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the reason we are going to have an assembly time. We're going to assemble, we're going to share, we're going to look at how it should be done. Then we do it. Then we again assemble. Then we share. Then we again assemble. Then we share, like that.
So assembly will happen every day or just once?
No, many times in the day. So we have to figure that out when I come there on 30th. That's the only thing which is pending to be done with Shaniel.
I think Vilashi, what you said is we are continuing the TMI practice, right? So
yes.
For everybody, because we are all comfortable with that.
Yes.
So I think eventually, if the TMI practice will lead to higher jhanas, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. So that we will do. But the objective here, by the time we hit January, at least we have done 8th or 9th stage, what is mentioned in the TMI, if not 10.
Yeah. I think here, since we are all done this Goenka courses, Goenka G's, this TMI is working for everyone. So to continue that way, it will be really good.
Yes, absolutely. So we'll be doing like this, Viren, especially since you're asking me these questions. We will be doing the TMI practice, then we move to Vipassana. Vipassana, no body scanning, sensation, etc. It's 5 aggregates only. So basically, that's what we are going to be taking. So we have to come out of sensation watching and get into what Buddha says. That will be slightly challenging because we are so used to sensation watching. So then we have to somehow see how to get over. Because I had the same problem, so I can understand that problem when you come from a different background and tradition, and then getting into this might become a little bit challenging. So we need to cross the river when we get there. So don't worry about it. That's the only challenge, what I've seen in myself, to move from this body scanning thing to actually what Buddha says. because when I try doing it, it again comes back to the body scanning. So then I have to cut it off. I have to go here. So then that's basically a pain, little bit of pain. And for some people, it might be more pain. For some people, it might be less pain, but it's painful because we are so used to the Goenka practice that we can't let go of the body scanning. That's the only challenge. Otherwise, it's sailing.
So we're not doing body scanning.
Not at all. Not even once.
So how are we going to do Vipassana?
That's what is suttas. Through the suttas. We are not going to touch anything on body scanning at all. No anapana and no this. For the samatha, we are using TMI. For the vipassana, we are going to the what Buddha says.
That Anapanasati Sutta.
All of those suttas, what I mentioned, what I will be sharing, and we'll be doing that, and in a step-by-step way.
For Vipassana, okay.
For vipassana. So we'll not be doing both of them. We'll not be doing the anapana there, and will not be doing the body scanning. Basically, we are not taking the Burmese technique. We are directly going into what Buddha says rather than anything on the Burmese technique.
And with that TMI stage, we are going a bit slow at the moment. So how are we going to go all the way to the level 8? At the moment, we are doing level 3, I think.
Yes, level 3. I know that. I'm aware you're at level 3.
Stage 3, yeah.
Yeah, stage 3. So what we are going to do is, if we were to practice breath watching, irrespective of whatever you're doing, you will come to stage 5. Because it will hold on to your breath instead of not able to, get over it. Meaning you have distractions in stage 4. So once you cross the subtle distractions, you're fairly good with attention. So you are attending to the breath and you are able to watch the breath without really effort. So basically, we are coming from the effort driven breath watching, which we are doing today, to effortless breath watching. That means it just comes automatically. So you're stabilized, basically. So when attention is there, the awareness will automatically flow. So I think if you have observed, there are 4 stages which happens. Even if you take Vipassana, Goenka, in the Anapana or the TMI. The first thing is you focus. So what you do, you focus in the nose area in the if you are doing Vipassana of Goenka. So when I do the Anapana, I'm seeing here. When I see here, I get a focus. This is a focal point, this portion. Then your attention span hits on this portion. Then you start observing the breath. So what you do, you're just observing the breath is flowing in, coming out, going in, coming out. And then you become aware of the breath. This much portion. So when I do the body scanning as Vipassana, what I'm doing is I'm taking this, what I have made it into a very sharp instrument, then I put here to do the same observation, and I can see different kind of sensations appearing on top of the head, like that. So what are you doing is you're increasing your awareness by increasing the attention span. How the attention span increase? Because you were focusing. If you were not able to do in the first 3 days of the practice of Goenka technique, then your Vipassana might not be as good as it should be because there is a lot of distractions. Basically, in the 3 days, in the 10-day course, the 3 days or 3.5 days, you are working out on the Anapana. And when you say at 20 days course, you are doing a 7-day on Anapana. The advantage here is if I miss something in the 3 days, 3.5 days, I have another 3.5 days to cover it up. So 8 hours per day into 7, it's like 56 hours you have spent on watching the breath. right? And that takes you to stage 5, because then you are overcoming the subtle dullness and you are in mindfulness, which is nothing but awareness, right? So that's the objective of the stage 5. Then why you're not able to do it today? Because you're distracted with so many things. If you're coming there and working with us, that means you are no longer distracted. Our expectation is you're no longer distracted, right? Because you're doing something. But if you're again distracted, then you are in stage 3. Then the objective in 1 week's time or so, after we start doing, then we look at the strengthening of unification. That means your mindfulness is balanced completely in the stage 6. That means you can see the whole body breathing, which should have happened by now. It's not an issue, but we'll be doing that. Let's say in the 2 weeks' time, that means from November 30 till something like December 10th or 12th, we should have reached stage 6. If we reach stage 6, okay, my attention is 80% of the breath. I'm able to watch the breath attentively. And a 20% is awareness, meaning I'm aware of the peripheral things like sound and this and that coming into the periphery. I'm not getting distracted by what is coming there. Then it brings into a seamless attention and becomes an exclusive attention, and it makes the mindfulness really vivid. This is 7th stage. When we are in 7th stage, the advantage here is that now I can get into vipassana, actual vipassana of the Buddha, because now I am almost near to samadhi in the stage 8 of the Chuladasa. So if I'm now on samadhi, meaning I have unified the mind, now I can see the 5 aggregates easily because the mind is stilled. There's nothing happening. So I don't require the body scanning to do this. Now I can directly get there. The body scanning is a via media for me to understand what's happening. So I get vibrations or I see the kalapa, which is a good thing that can happen. That I'm doing it with closed eyes. Now when I'm doing all kind of things, it should still be unified. When it's unified, I can now see this is rupa, this is feeling, this is perception, this is the volition, and this is the experience what I'm getting, which is the consciousness. So basically, I am able to do the 5 aggregates. So I think by 10th or 12th or 15th of December, like Bobby or Janak and you, or anybody like Raju and Sanjayani, if they all also coming, then anybody here should be able to get there of what Buddha is saying. Then once we reach there, these 5 aggregate things, then we are going to take the other suttas, what I just now mentioned. And by Jan, within Jan fast, we would have completed Maharahulavada Sutta, which gives you the step-by-step instruction, which you can now see what was the state as a Sotapanna, then what happened when you're Sakadagami, what happened when it's an Anagami, like that. That's the whole idea. That's what we're going to do. Yes, Raju or Sanjay, I think you have raised a hand. Sorry that it took long. You're on mute.
Thank you. We will be away
Okay.
from 28th to 14th. We are going to New Zealand. So after coming back, so we'll be working during the working days, and in the weekend, is it okay if we can come and maybe Friday after work, or
absolutely
maybe
fine.
Saturday?
Absolutely.
Someday we both will come on the morning, early morning, and we will leave in the evening, something like that. If we can
Done.
If it is not a trouble for others, like you, Shanil and or whoever is joining, like Bobby, and you will be doing a serious meditation. If it is going to be a disturbance, then we will refrain.
Not at all. Not at all. There's no disturbance. For me, there is no disturbance, Raju, at all. You both can come, most welcome. no isolation wards or anything. You can come. As much as we spend time and looking at how this can be done, you can try it out anywhere. I mean, you can try it and come back and say that what worked, what did not work, and then we can see what we can make to make it work. Basically, the 5 hindrances has to be removed, and we can look at how to break those 5 hindrances.
I think the 5 hindrances are covered in the initial days, right?
No. When you start getting into the 6th and 7th and 8th and all, it might still come in a different way. So you'll be able to see it. Subtle things will be there. Then the gross hindrances are gone, but the subtle thing remains. Then, like in the case of distraction, that's still an hindrance. So the complete elimination of the distraction only happens in stage 8 when you're in samadhi. So until that time, some or the other kind of distraction is going to be there, which also leads to sleepiness and all that. So there would be something, but not really as what it would have been when you were in stage 1 and stage 2 and stage 3.
So in our case, if we come in the weekend or like
Yes,
that,
most welcome. Most welcome.
yeah, but what it will be called, because you will be already as
No, we will
finishing
find
it.
something for you. See, that TMI practice is going to be the same. Then, based upon your level, Raju, and her level, we will find a sutta which helps you. It need not
that will
be
be nice.
the sutta where I am going to work. No, that need not be the case. That will be too much.
Mhm.
And that will make you feel that you are nowhere there or something. So that even more agitate. So there shouldn't be any agitation at all. So that creates restlessness, which is of no use. So what we are going to do is, depending upon how you are on that day, we will take a sutta which will help you to understand. And then you can try it out.
Thank
So
you.
don't have to worry. Like I'm telling to Viren, you don't have to preempt yourself that I need to do this, I need to do that. Just look at the TMI practice which you're doing and see how best you can increase the pace. And even if you've not done so, don't worry, you'll do it.
Thank you.
It can be achieved, so don't have to worry. If you for both of you, it can be achieved. The only thing which might create some kind of constraint is body scanning versus what we'll be doing. We'll always go back to body scanning because we are habituated to body scanning. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a good practice. But then when we go here, we have to somehow stabilize this body scanning and go there and see what happens. Because we are used to body scanning. Even I was used to body scanning. It's continuous. It just sit, the body scanning starts because it becomes a habit. It's a good habit to have. But then we are transcending that. We're moving from this to that. Might create some challenging situation and you will be able to sail through.
So if you do anapana, will that be also considered as a body scanning?
No. The breath watching is no problem at all. Whether you do the TMI approach or this. See, the Vipassana of the Buddha is 5 aggregates, basically. It's nothing to do with body scanning. So the thing is that how do we do it? So what Via Media Ubakin has done for householder is to scan the body, which is the right thing to do. Because you can't get into knowing the Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. And there's a lot many things to know before you get there. And not everybody can do it. So the body scanning is a right process of understanding what is happening inside the body, and then all sensation appears on the body, which makes better for me to experience. And hence is the most preferred method. But then when we come to the Buddha teaching, it looks challenging because I don't know how to do it. I'm willing to do it.
Does it make the body scanning is not a Buddha's teaching?
No, it's not there. You just see in any sutta, there's nothing called body scanning, basically.
Okay. So what Goenkaji was seeking was teaching was not that relevant.
No. There is nothing wrong in that. See, now, like I'm saying, is that if you look at Satipatthana Sutta example, I'll give you. The Goenkaji says that the Kaya and Vedana are one group, and Chitta and Dhamma are the another group. And Dhamma is the object. If you really see Satipatthana Sutta, there is no Dhamma as an object at all. It is a teaching. It's not an object. So if I really don't know what it is, I tend to believe that is how it is, but it is not how it is. To do that, what I found is that I need to be expert in Kayagata Sati. To get into Kayagata Sati, I need to know the Anapanasati. So it's one link to another rather than directly getting into Satipatthana. So when I was practicing Goenkaji's Satipatthana, then I got into a block situation that how do I get this? And then only I saw the sutta says something else. So then I started investigating the sutta because that's not how Buddha explains. Why he says like that, I have no idea. Why Goenkaji says like that. I didn't wanted to get into that, why he does that. I don't, that's one portion. But for me, I wanted to get the entire Satipatthana because that's the foundation. So for the 37 factors of awakening, I need to have the first awakening, which is Satipatthana. Without that, I can't go to the second one, which is Sammapadhana. Then without that, I can't go to the third one, which is Iddhipada. Then I can't go into the Panchindriya, Panchabala, and then the Satta Bojjhanga and Ariyattangika Magga. These 37 factors I need to complete. And that I can't complete without getting through the Satipatthana. So basically, when I started working out, I found that this is not what Buddha explained. So then I started on the sutta. That's the reason I'm not aversive towards body scanning. But that's not what Buddha explains. And another thing, Raju, you look at the entire Sutta Pitaka. There's not even one place Buddha says, close your eyes.
Aranyagatova.
That's what Aranyagata, where is the closing of eyes?
No, I think I haven't read suttas much. I don't know.
Exactly.
Bobby knows.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
when
you and Bobby
you're there, I'll show you. I'll prove to you. If you have that doubt, I'll show you that where in the sutta Buddha says what. What has happened is we're so habituated of closing eyes. When we say meditation, instantaneously we close the eyes. But we're not supposed to be closing eyes. We have to close the eyes later, not instantaneously. So there are things which I will show you when I'm there. Yes, Bobby.
No, see what Raju was talking, like feeling the body is not there in the suttas, but Buddha says many times feeling the whole body, right? Sabbakaya,
Sabbakaya is two. So
Yeah.
now the question comes here. It's a good question you asked me. Tell me one thing, Bobby. How would you do chitte chittanupassi viharati? There are two chittas. How do you do dhamme dhammanupassi viharati? Then there is vedanasu vedananupassi viharati. Then
No, what I
no, wait a
no,
second. Wait a second. Wait.
Yes.
I'm going to come to that. Now there is kaya kayanupassi viharati. So there are two kayas, two chitta, two vedana, and two dhammas. Number one. Number two, sabbakaya patisamve. What is sabbakaya? Have you seen where it is written as what is sabbakaya? Now, if you go to Anapana Sati Katha, and under that, if you see, Sariputta explains, and also is there in the Sammaditthi Sutta, that what is sabbakaya? It is namakaya, rupakaya. Without that, there's nothing called sabbakaya. So, in the in-breath and out-breath, you are identifying this is an in-breath is a namakaya. And the breath which is coming out and going is a rupakaya. So on the namakaya, you have a patigha, which is the rupakaya. And on the breath, there is a namakaya, which is patigha. It means strikes. So when it strikes, you are identifying this is what is striking. So now you are looking into the whole body, just like what
No,
Chulladasa.
Vilashi, this was not my question. What I was trying to say with when he was saying, it's not about all these things. What is the intention of this? Feeling the body is that whatever you are saying later on, people will understand automatically and later stages. So that's what I was trying to say, like to help Raju what he was saying. What he was saying, I understand. But when you start feeling the body fully, then whatever the higher stages, people will find it, because in the beginning stages, it is very difficult to feel even the body, because I've seen many people that they can't even feel some part of the body also. So maybe that
Yes.
step by step instruction
No.
was given. So my idea was not to try to understand what he was saying. I was telling maybe for the benefit of Raju that how it has been taught in Goenkaji's courses is that with that intention that eventually
Fair.
people will. Yeah, so that's all. There is nothing.
Agreed.
Like,
Agreed. So for Raju or for anyone who is starting today, should he have to know Kaya, this one, Sabbha Kaya Patisamvedi, which is going to happen when we take the Anapana Sati Sutta. That means when we divide it by 5 aggregates, we have worked out properly on the 5 aggregates of Vipassana. Then we had a Samatha, which we are doing through TMI practice. And then when you come to Kayagata Sati and you do the Kayagata Sati completely and establish into 4 jhanas, and then when you come to the Anapana Sati Sutta, then you know the Sabbakaya Patisamvedi, because the summary of that is Satipatthana. So the DN22, what we are studying, has how many suttas? It has 119, 118, 117, these 3 suttas into one. Because the details are there in these suttas, but the conclusion is there in that sutta. So when we don't know, then it becomes difficult for us to experience. So basically, when we finish the 5 aggregates and we come there, then we see a difference. So that's what we will be doing. At least that is what I and Shenial will be doing, and feel free to join and do whatever you want to do it, and then how much ever you gain. And if you have questions or you have any concerns or anything during the assembly time, when we assemble each other for 1 hour something, then we address it and we see how to work and start working. Then again we assemble, and again we look into how we are doing, and again disassemble. So we will be doing this at least 4 or 5 times in a day. So if like in the case of Raju coming for weekends or whatever it is, still he should be able to benefit. And Sanjayani also should be able to benefit in terms of what is the easiest sutta for them, and they can practice and see. Only thing they both need to have is an open mind that, okay, we have learned the Vipassana of the Goenka, there's something else, so let's try it out. Just all about trying. That's the only thing. You don't have to stop what you're doing. You can continue doing whatever you're doing. Just give a try and see what Buddha says. And if you get what you're getting, or what you're really getting it, then you know. Then this doubt itself will go away, Raju. What you just now asked, right? You'll get clarity for yourself. Yeah, Janak.
Yeah, so I shared one document, which is also, that's the inline what you are telling, that's Anapanasati or all those suttas or Satipatthana with the detail, and then 5 aggregates, then elements, and then what is that? Yeah, so that's the way. It doesn't say about so it's exactly sutta way only.
Correct.
Yeah, but my struggling is can't remain with the breathing throughout the day. Even I've been talking Ravindra regularly. He said, no, it happens. But I say, it goes away.
Yeah, we see there's something hindering, right? So we have to first, when we meet Janak on 30th, we need to look at the hindrances. We have to see the hindrances and we have to address the hindrance. Unless we address the hindrance, it would be same irrespective of whatever we do, because the hindrances are there, right? And then we can't imagine something to be not hindering when it is hindering. So the objective here is to remove the hindrance for myself or for Raju or for Bobby or for Janak or for anybody. Absolutely. So we are trying it out. There's no hard and fast rule. It should work this way, that way. But when we try, we'll see, this is not working. Now, the only thing I need to have is that, is there any documentation to say how it should work? And that is when we really investigate and see, this is there in the sutta. How should I try it out? Then we try it out. We'll see it. Again, we get hindrances. Again, we remove the hindrance. Patiently, we have to on hindrance. Anyway, I'm recording this so that I'll save it and then I'll share it with you. And then you can listen to this, whatever we have spoken, what suttas we'll be doing. And then I'll be sharing the document which I just now said. So that will have all the suttas, what we'll be working out, etc. And don't worry, you can come with an open mind and then practice with us, me and Shaniel, and see what you can get in this one full month, what I and Shaniel have. And initially we wanted to block anybody from coming, and now we have opened it. No worries, you can come and stay and gain. And the 10 days, what we are going to have from December 30th to Jan 10, that we will see by the end of December, how we should program that for the guys, people who are coming from other places. But this will be exclusively for all of you, meaning all the Australian groups can come.
Yeah, thank you, Vilasji. I think that would be helpful. And I'll be just spending as much as time. But if situation something happens, I have to go. Otherwise,
No worries.
I want to utilize.
The only thing you have to talk to yourself is not stop watching.
And you told me like you were supposed to show me something on mobile or something, but you told me like the day when we are meeting
Yes,
on 30th.
I'm going to show you how you can do that. I still remember. Don't worry. The moment in the airport itself, I'll show you what you can do. Forget about going all the way till Shaniel's home.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, sure. Yeah, and then share this discussion link, whatever. So that will be.
I'm going to do that and share it. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you very much, Vilasji. Thanks for your time.
No worries. Yeah, Viren, you have still something to ask.
I'll drop off. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Good night.
Okay. Good night. Good night.
Yeah, no, nothing special. I was just listening, and yeah, sounds good. I will also try as much as I can. Yeah,
We all can try only, Viren. We can't promise that it is going to work or not going to work.
Yeah.
Only trial and
depend
error.
on the condition.
Yes, we know the thing is like this. Buddha Dhamma is about creating right conditions. So we have to bring in right conditions. And how do you get into right condition? By not focusing on the wrong condition. How do you stop wrong condition? By removing the hindrances. How do you remove the hindrances? By knowing the hindrances. How do you know the hindrances? By observing the hindrances. And how do you observing the hindrances? Then you should focus on the hindrances. That's it.
Sounds like a paticca samuppada in a sequence.
Yes, exactly. It's exactly.
Yeah.
So the first day job, all of us from airport till here, that is 30th November, without wasting that half a day also, is to work out on hindrance. Anyway, I'm not coming there for time pass. I've got better work to do than coming all the way to Australia and enjoy the time. But
yeah,
we'll do it. We'll jointly do it.
No, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, so it's 8:30 for you. I'm okay. I can spend more time. I have no constraint, but if you don't have anything to discuss or ask or speak, and then we can close. Otherwise, I'm fine.
Yeah, I think that's fine for the today. Yeah, we can
Okay.
close now.
So then we again meet up next Saturday after your meditation session. And by that time, you have any further questions, inputs based upon what you read of the document, what I'm going to send, then we can talk it on next Saturday.
Yeah, you're sharing in the group, yeah, the documents.
Yes, 100% with the sutta numbers, of the sutta link, basically.
Yeah, good. Okay.
All right. Good night then.
Thank-
Enjoy your
Thank you.
sleep, and meet you next Saturday. Bye.
Yeah.